What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the much anticipated delayed minor league pitching recap from August. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I know this video is delayed. Labor Day weekend threw me off big time. That was when I was supposed to do it. My wife didn't have to work on Monday because she's a teacher. I just didn't have time to make the content, and I'm just finally getting around to it because I've been pretty tight on time this week and last week. So finally getting around to it. We had some great pitching performances. This is going to be focused on top performers, so mostly top 100 pitchers. I have one or two that isn't in the top 100 that I just followed throughout the month that did make it on this video. But I'm not going to lie, it is so tough to come up with these pitcher recaps and find pitchers that are consistently performing for a month straight. There's so much offense in the minor leagues right now. Like, it feels like pitchers aren't even trying. Like, I'm looking up pitchers I thought were good, and they had 6 ERAs this month. It was ridiculous. So, we're going to jump into it pretty quick here. We actually don't have anyone from rookie ball or low A because I couldn't find anyone that was worth talking about. And I do apologize if there's some more random pitchers out there that are doing really well, but the sole purpose for these videos is for top prospects and guys we really want to track throughout their minor league careers. Let's do it. Let's jump straight into high A baseball. Before we jump into the video, if you guys like this video, as always, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comments what you think of these pitching recaps, want me to keep making them. Also, let me know who balled out this month that maybe is not as popular as a name. Post their name and stat line down below in the comments. Let's do it. All right, our first pitcher, and this is our first pitcher that we're going to talk about from the 2021 draft class. A lot of pitchers haven't actually started throwing yet at the pro level. Sam Bachmann, 6'1", 235. He was the 9th overall pick in the 2021 draft this year. He's been awesome so far in his pro debut. Over his first 4 games, he's thrown for 10 innings, so not crazy amount of innings there. Probably trying to ease him in. But he has a 1.69 ERA. Hitters only hitting 158 against him. He's got 11 strikeouts in those 10 innings, so pretty much 1 per inning. That's fine by me. He beaned 1 guy. He only walked 1 guy, so he only let 2 people on base for free. Could be a lot worse, especially your first time in pro ball, nerves, things like that. But a very good start to his career. He's very hard to hit. As you can see, no one did well against him. A 200 on base percentage against him in those 4 games. Only a 411 OPS. So this is someone that obviously was hyped up, 9th overall pick. He's looking good in high A so far. He's probably someone they're going to fast track. He is 21 years old, came out of college, out of a smaller school of Miami, University of Ohio. I have to read that. That's such a hard school to say, but he's looked great so far. He looks awesome. And our other high A pitcher we're going to talk about, and this has been one of the best pitchers all year, Quinn Priester. He was the first round pick for the Pirates back in 2019, the 18th overall pick. He looks awesome this year. He has it all working for him. And I think the biggest thing is he's not letting people on base for free. And, I mean, that goes without saying. It's going to increase your chances tremendously on succeeding as a pitcher if you don't walk or bean people. But this month, over 4 starts, he had 23 innings. He only gave up 19 hits. So he did give up some hits. So he worked out of the stretch a good amount of the time. We only had a 2.35 ERA. Hitters only hit 224 against him. 592 OPS, so he did get hit up a little bit. That's still not dangerously high that you're worried, but he proved that he can pitch out of the stretch this month because he only gave up 6 runs. He only walked 5 people in those 4 starts, only basically 1 per start. Love to see that. He beaned 1 person. He did give up 1 home run, but outside of that, he's looked awesome this year. He's looked very good this entire season. Quinn Priester is someone to definitely keep your eye on. I think he's going to be the number 1 in that Pirates rotation eventually. He looks good. First up, Winn, Texas Rangers, first rounder in 2018, 15th overall pick. Winn has been very surprising this year. And I want to say very surprising because he's a 15th overall pick, but he looks awesome for a 21-year-old. He only had 2 starts this month, but he pitched 9 innings in those 2 starts, 0.96 ERA, and only a 333 OPS against him. He looks really good. I will say in those 9 innings, he did walk 3 people, and he gave up 3 stolen bases. So definitely things to work on there, but pretty much unhittable this month. Next up, Kade Cavalli, one of my favorite arms in the minor leagues. Talked about him in the last pitcher's recap that I did. he continues to look good. 4 of these starts are in AA and 1 was in AAA. Over 5 games this week, 3.28 ERA, only a 186 batting average at 586 OPS. That's because he did give up a home run. He walked 14 people in 24 innings, though, so definitely didn't have the control this month, but he still didn't give up a lot of runs. Anyone else that walks 14 people in 24 innings, probably going to have like a 6 ERA or worse. Like, honestly, it sucks seeing someone walk that many times, but it's promising because it's showing that they can work with runners on base, and I think that's a huge skill that pitchers do need. Struck out 29 people in those 24 innings, so he looked good on that end. He's going to be a strikeout machine no matter what level he's at. He just throws gas. Definitely walked too many people, but not bad. Next up, Emerson Hancock, and unfortunately shut down for the rest of the year. He's got an arm injury. Didn't get too many more details on that. Haven't heard Tommy John, just arm injury. He's in Arizona, actually, just working on preventing future injuries on that arm, just working on like arm workouts, I guess. That's what I read. But outside of that, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft looked really good this month. He had 4 starts, 17 innings, 3.12 ERA, only a 190 batting average against him, a 504 OPS because he did give up 1 home run. He had 16 strikeouts in those 17 innings. He walked 5 people. Probably would like to see that a little bit lower, but outside of that, pretty unhittable. Love seeing the 190 batting average. And he's looked solid all year. This Mariners rotation is going to be disgusting in like 3 years, and I feel bad for any team that has to face it if these players pan out. Next up, Max Meyer, one of my favorite arms in AA. If Grayson Rodriguez was not in AA, Max Meyer would be my favorite arm. Over 3 starts in August, 17 innings pitched. He had 19 strikeouts, 2.12 ERA, 238 batting average, so a little bit higher on the batting average than we'd like to see. A 617 OPS, which is pretty high, to be honest. He gives up a lot of hits, but he gets out of it. And this was the same story as the last recap. He gives up a lot of hits, 15 hits, 17 innings pitched, but he doesn't give up a lot of runs. Like, you can't be mad if you have a 2.12 ERA on your pitcher. That is fantastic. And that was literally the same story as our last recap. Like I just said, he gives up a lot of hits. He's comfortable pitching in the stretch. I love to see it. He walked 5 players in those 17 innings, which is probably a little bit much for him. But hey, Max Meyer's been so good this year. I think he's still rocking like a 2.5 ERA for the whole season at AA in his first pro season. Max Meyer is someone that the Marlins can be really excited about. Pair him with Sixto. Whew. And then jumping into AAA, Brent Honeywell Jr. This is a former second-round pick in 2014. He's 26 years old now. Had such a tragic Tommy John surgery like 3 years ago now, I want to say. He went like 2 years without pitching. This is someone that was supposed to be the guy in Tampa Bay. This was the guy. And then he got hurt and missed a ton of time. So sad because he is awesome. He's back this year. They've worked him up to full starts. Over 6 games, 31 innings pitched. So love to see the depth. 2.90 ERA, 241 batting average, 598 OPS. He did give up a home run. Andy Bean, someone. He walked 5 people as well. But 5 walks in 31 innings, that is not bad at all. Gave up 2 stolen bases, but he also struck out 23 guys. You know, the strikeout rate isn't crazy, but Brent Honeywell has good stuff. Don't let the low strikeout numbers scare you. Brent Honeywell's a good pitcher, and if he ever gets back to that stage he was at with those coaches and that Rays organization, Brent Honeywell is going to be a stud. Next up, Matthew Liberatore, 16th overall pick in the 2018 draft. He's an Arizona native, so I naturally root for him. Over 4 games in August, he had 25 innings pitched, a 2.84 ERA, 240 batting average, 688 OPS against him. Gave up 3 home runs. And that's why the OPS is a lot higher and the slugging percentage at 400. Gave up 3 home runs, but for only giving up 8 earned runs in those 25 innings, that's not bad for giving up 3 tater tots. But he struck out 24 guys in 25 innings. This is someone that I think might get brought up in the playoffs to be an extra bullpen arm for the Cardinals. You know, a lefty. He could be a lefty specialist this year in the playoffs. You never know. Should be on the team next year full time, but we will see. Like Matthew Liberatore a lot. He's a number 1 prospect in that organization. He's a stud. He really is. He's good. Next up, Hunter Greene. He made our last recap as well. So I believe him, Max Meyer, and Our next player we're going to talk about, and he's been super solid. He is someone that throws 100+ miles an hour with ease. It's ridiculous. He has all the stuff in the world to be the best pitcher in the major leagues if he ever figures it all out. And he had a good month. 3 starts in August, 14 innings pitched, 2.57 ERA, 152 batting average, 235 on base percentage, 583 OPS against him. Gave up 3 home runs. A little unfortunate there, but with that velocity, if you miss your spot, you're going to give up home runs. But he has 17 strikeouts in 14 innings. Just a solid month and definitely showing progression at that AAA level. Love it. Love to see it. I cannot wait to see him starting full-time in the major leagues. Most likely next year. He's still only 22 years old. He's still young. Another young pitcher to round out our recap for the month of August. Shane Baz has probably been the best pitcher in all the minor leagues this year. He has been ridiculous, especially lately. Another awesome month for him. He had 3 starts in the month of August, 12 innings pitched, 1.5 ERA with a 150 batting average, 534 OPS because he did give up 2 home runs, but those are the only 2 earned runs he gave up in 12 innings. He only had 1 walk, and that's what I love the most about him. He actually beat 2 guys, but he doesn't walk people, and that's why he does so well. He never lets people on base for free. Like, pull up his season stats. He has 78 innings pitched this year and only 13 walks. 8.69 strikeouts per walk. Ridiculous. Unheard of. Shane Baz is the real deal. The Rays need to bring him up. Like, he's just wasting time down there. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the monthly pitching recap. Again, still working out the kinks on this thing. I would like to get more pitchers to talk about. But like I said, there's just not a lot of pitching going on down in the minor leagues. It is ridiculous. I'm sure there's some good relievers out there, but as far as top draft pick, top prospect pitchers, there's a lot of people giving up a lot of runs. So it's tough sometimes. A lot shorter video than I expected for an entire month. And I really did track pitching this month too. So let me know in the comments how you think I did. Give me feedback on what I can do better. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. And have a great rest of your day. See ya.